Bite Size, a collaborative psychoeducation mini-podcast series created by Healthy Poor and support staff. In case you haven't heard about us, our organizations were created by hospitality, for hospitality, and are actively working to increase knowledge and awareness of mental health in our industry. If you'd like to take your learning a step further, check out the glossary of terms and thought prompts that we have available at www.pleasehustleresponsibly.org.
Hi, thank you for tuning in to our collaborative education series with support staff and Healthy Poor. For those of you who may not be familiar, our organizations are actively working to increase knowledge and awareness of mental health in the hospitality community. My name is Laura Louise Green. I'm a licensed professional counselor and founder of Healthy Poor, and I would like to talk with you about stress. It's no secret that working in the hospitality industry is stressful, no matter where you work or what your role is. But what exactly is stress? Stress, at its most basic, is the body and mind's reaction to a change that requires an adjustment or response. Meaning that you might be sitting calmly and minding your own business when a grizzly bear walks into your living room. Your body will likely experience stress so you can quickly adapt to the situation and do what you need to do to, survive. But stress can be brought on by so many circumstances that don't necessarily involve wild animals. This might look like suddenly being overloaded with work, finding yourself in a disagreement with a friend, not having the tools you need to complete a task, losing someone close to you, or witnessing an event that is disturbing. The event or circumstances that causes the stress is known as the stressor. Stressors can come in all forms. For example, they can be emotional, physical, internal, external, short-term, long-term, and on and on. The important thing to note here is that stress is personal. We all experience stress differently, and our stressors might be different as well. In 1966, psychologist Dr. Richard Lazarus wrote that stress arises when individuals perceive that they cannot adequately cope with the demands being made on them or with threats to their well-being. Dr. Lazarus's research into stress and coping resulted in a much better and thoughtful understanding of how our experiences impact our well-being. The way we move through the world and experience the world around us is largely dictated by our perception of those experiences, and those perceptions are largely dictated by the experiences we've already had. That means that something that might not be stressful for you could be very stressful for someone else, or the other way around. The stressor might be something you've already encountered or adapted to, or you've already had the opportunity to develop ways to cope with that stressor. But stress isn't always a bad thing. Stress is a natural physiological reaction to events that let us know that there is a threat or something we need to adapt to. You can also think of stress as a tool that indicates where we need to build new skills or strength, as well as what is dangerous and need to stay away from or remove. In the next episode, I'll tell you a bit more about different kinds of stress, as well as how your body and mind react to stress. In the meantime, if you'd like, take a moment or two to reflect on what stresses you out. Maybe even make a short list of what used to stress you out that doesn't anymore. Taking time to learn what our stressors are is a great way to start to manage the stress they create. Take your time, and when you're ready, I'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you to our donors and our sponsor, Maverick Wine Company, for helping to make this episode possible. To help support this podcast and our other programs, please consider making a donation at www.pleasehustleresponsibly.org. Be sure to subscribe and tune in next time to learn more about mental health.